pick up with. Who exactly is that?
Yeah, I think when this all was happening, I was dealing with Hope being a very, very naughty girl. So is there any? Are we still in the bar when all that was happening?
So you guys are this happened at the fight ring. Like you were
At the fight.
there, you were kind of like getting ready, things were getting prepped up, and like maybe the first like rounds of fights had started, right? Because you guys are still sitting through this, right? You have 2 rounds of buys, so it's not like you were pressed to like get up or do anything, but you were kind of here setting up, settling down, when you suddenly this happened.
Gotcha.
You guys, like, yeah, what you do in that moment?
Could I do perception checks or like?
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it? No. Yeah, I'll stick it to perception, like just to see like, do I also recognize this person? Have they came around in times that I've been dealing with them? That type of thing.
Yeah, what I'll say, I know, actually, we'll have Saskia roll again, too, just to see, because I think you did, like, a more just cursory glance of, like, is this person important? What's their vibe? But I'll say if everyone wants to give me perception checks to see how much they can see about this person, we'll do first round is perception. We'll then have a second round of, like, wherever you want to go from there, right? Is it, like, to your point, maybe Val makes a history check based off those features. Are they recognizable? So, yeah, let's start with a round of perception. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looks like, Fallon, you're still thinking about the ship. The beautiful ship took so much damage. And you're like, okay, I think we're gonna get repaired, but you're still really worried about what kind of condition it's gonna be in or how long it's gonna take to fix. I'll say with Val, on a 14, you catch just some, like, very, like, you know, superficial appearance. You can see, right? Just generally what she looks like. It is like a closer to like redhead, if you want to think about it like that, but it's like a little bit more on the darker side, like a little darker orange. She's got like brown skin, these like kind of deeper turquoise blue eyes. She's sitting there holding up like not quite a cigar like Boss Nova, but like a small cigarette off to the side. And again, like more spacer, like jacket and gear, you know what I mean? Like very like, you know, like that almost like spacesuit-esque, very like sleek design. And you kind of pick up on like some of her general features. And I think Saskia, you pick up, but you also notice there's a few odd details about, you know, no weapons, but she's next to Boss Nova. And maybe just a few more questions about that. So what I'll say is, Fallon, unfortunately, perception check isn't high enough, but Saskia and Val, you two can decide what secondary check do you want to make. Now that you've seen her, seen a few details, what do you want to follow up with?
Can I do a investigation check to kind of take a look at her and try to determine, like, okay, is this someone that deals with stuff themselves? Is this more of like a fixer situation? Is this someone that maybe runs a crew? Like get a vibe for like what this person does and why they're hanging out with Boss Nova.
Okay. Hell yeah. So from the inside angle, is that what you said?
If I could swing it as investigation, but I can do insight if you think that's more what it is.
You can do investigation as well. You might be, I'll say like investigation is less intention and more just trying to read the physical details of what's going on, right? Where they're sitting, how they're moving, when guests come over, what do they do? So you're gonna catch some clues, but maybe less of like reading the expression and stuff.
Okay.
Oof. And Saskia, what kind of check would you like to make?
For the creepy woman, I would do an Arcana check to kind of zero in on like what enhancements, what arcane abilities she might seem to have, you know, like more of the specifics of like what we're dealing with if we have to go up against this person. Because I can tell she's bad news from my initial check.
Okay. Let's go ahead and see that Arcana check. And you're at a bit of a distance, so it's hard to, like, you know, do some direct casting, but you're just trying to read the flow, right? Of the air, the ambient magic. What does that kind of look like around her?
Ooh.
Okay. okay.
Finally rolling well. Okay. It's a refreshing change from last session.
So we're gonna swap that nat 20 to the side and start with Val, because I think we're gonna get a lot for Saskia. Val, like, you're going with what's like the job type, right? And I think when you think of fixer, right, that's someone who sits in the shadows, but people come up and still talk to them, right? That conversation might stay out of the big picture, but you know people talk to them, right? You kind of have to. That's the job of the fixer, right?
Yeah.
You notice that all these guests that come up, nobody really talks to her, and she specifically does not go up to them. She doesn't do anything like that. Which, you know, in one scenario could be read as like some sort of status thing. But if they're coming up and talking to Boss Nova, you think if this person's a fixer or someone of importance, they'd at least acknowledge or talk. But they don't really seem to mind her much attention. Not too dissimilar to the bodyguards. You know what I mean? Like, it's a... Same with the bodyguards. They're only acknowledged because they have to be, right? To get up to Boss Nova. But after that, they kind of move to the side and people just have whatever conversation they need to with the boss. And the detail you catch is, again, she doesn't go up and talk to any of them, but there is almost this very quick snap. Every time somebody walks up, her eyes turn to the side and there's like a little hum, like a little glow of light behind them, as if she's scanning or looking over people and then looking back ahead. And even the way she looks at the fight seems very steady. There's no cheer, there's no move, right? Like, you're not sure about deeper intentions, right? But in terms of investigation, you just know this person is not getting up, not rooting, not betting, not doing anything like that. No drinking, really. The most is like the smoking she's occasionally doing, but even that, you kind of notice has like a robotic motion. It's like very tempoed, right? But yeah, she's not doing anything like that. So you think that she's a part of Boss Nova's retinue, just kind of from where she's sitting and everything like that. But she isn't necessarily a fixer or a talker. She's something else. And the odd thing is, you don't see any weapons. And what I'll say, in Val's history, if you're not carrying weapons, that usually means you're not in the business that involves weapons, right? If you're not carrying, there's a chance you just don't get up to like that kind of fights or trouble. But there's the other scenario where you're so dangerous you don't have weapons or need them to the same extent, right? You think about the times that, like, even some of the folks like you guys have gotten some embedded weapons and things like that. So there is this understanding of like, no weapons, hey, could just be some normal upkeep. But in the context of where you are, you're like, I think it's more likely that they're so dangerous they don't have visible weapons. Like, they're not meant to be seen. Yeah.
Kind of getting the vibe of like, this person probably is incredibly dangerous, but they're dangerous in the sense of how a monk or a spellcaster is dangerous.
Could be.
Like how Val has, she has a robotic fist, but like the only other visible weapon she has on her is like a small knife. But she still can be pretty dangerous.
And what I'll say too, to that point, on that investigation check, you can see there's a very clear discrepancy. Or no, maybe not discrepancy, but there's a clear difference in like the two big burly Minotaur guards, right? Weapons out, armor's out. Very visible sign of like barrier, right? Between Boss Nova and everyone else. There's something about somebody who kind of sits to the side and never leaves his side, where it's like, sometimes you want to be seen because that's its own form of protection. And sometimes you want somebody to not be noticed, right? To also kind of stick to the side. And as you're putting that together, Val, Saskia, natural 20. You, at this distance, for a moment kind of fiddle with some of the Gen 13 settings. And you can't quite cast Detect Magic at this range, but you almost do like a little like mini tune-up. just to get a better read on the flow of magic. And there is something in that moment because of everything around you, right? You've got the fights, you got plenty of people here with like, you know, elixirs or supplements or enhancements, steroids that use magical components, right? Like ingredients. You got people with magic white items and weapons, right? So there's all these other sorts of magic in the room. It's like the lights, the screens. It's so much, but on that nat 20, you hone in and almost like tune down all the other signs. Like piece by piece, you're like throwing off all these other signals and trying to isolate the strands you see ahead of you. And what you pick up on is that this woman has an immense amount of magic cloaked around her. And on a nat 20, what stands out is a powerful spell caster doesn't necessarily radiate magic, right, all the time, right? Like, the idea is when a powerful spellcaster is just sitting there, if they're wearing no magic items, they kind of look normal-esque, right? You might be able to pick up some stuff, but she radiates magic. And that means either she's casting a spell, but you kind of feel that the strands are too diverse, like it's too spread out, like stuff woven together from different spaces, not like a singular source of magic. So if it's not that, the other reason she could be covered in so much magic is if she's got equipment, like magical equipment that is that noticeable. And the amount you're picking up on is like, it's at least a handful of different sources of magic all around her form. And that's like the general amount. But on it, that's when you're able to pick up what I'll start to say, some of the schools of magic that some of this kind of ties towards. You see things tied to illusion. You see pieces tied to abjuration and evocation, all kind of strung together from within her form. And it's like active in the way that it might not be a spell, but it might be a magic item. And so that means she's got at least 4 or 5 magical items or adjacent fixtures that are noticeable in this moment. And it's only noticeable really to you because there's so much else in this room that you don't think a lot of other people might catch this detail, but you pick up that she's positively glowing with all this stuff.
All right. I was thinking sorcerer, but multiple enhancements makes more sense, I guess, in this setting.
And I'll say to that point, you're still uncertain how much magic she wields. But what you do, right? Because unless somebody casts spells, it's sometimes a little hard to gauge that. But you can at least be 100% certain. Incredible amounts of magical item, right? Or infusements, something like that. And what I'll say is, you kind of pick up, again, you're not sure the height of spellcasting, but this person does not feel unfamiliar with magic. The way they carry magic items, like, you recognize this is not, hey, I'm a person wielding gear above my familiarity or level. This is somebody who is completely, like, perfect in terms of wielding what they've got. There's no, unusual movement, no level of uncertainty, no dissonance in the magic and her. It's all, like, very smooth and very uniform. Do you guys want to do anything else as you kind of take a look at her? And actually, sorry, I will ask you guys to make one more check. Because as you all are looking at her, I'm going to ask for either deception or stealth checks to see if she notices you looking at her.
Okay.
Okay. And I will say, Saskia, you can roll this at advantage because you're almost like using arcane connection. So some of it isn't even purely visual. It's like almost the feel of magic. So I think that makes it easier for you to be able to like kind of look off to the side, but still sense what you're sensing.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. You are looking off to the side, like you're looking at the
I've
fights
got her
and your
number.
nearby drinks. Yeah, and she does not catch anything from you. Nothing from Fallon as well, which kind of makes sense because Fallon, you weren't really paying too much attention to her in the first place. So you kind of give like cursory glance, move on. Val, you kind of have that moment where like her eyes almost start to dart over right as you kind of tilt your head away. And you're pretty sure she didn't notice. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure works.
Pretty sure.
Oh
sure,
man,
yeah.
do I go for a intentional deception check to try to cover it up? Like give like a different vibe of why I was looking at her, or do I just leave it there?
So that's up to you.
I'll leave it there.
But with that, you guys look back over to all the fights that are happening. People are throwing down all sorts of spacers and mercenaries. These are some of the initial fights, so it's a little it's interesting to see all the folks duking it out, but you kind of recognize some of them might be a little bit below your station, especially after some of your recent experiences and how much more familiar you've gotten with the spacer's life. But the rounds start to pass, and is there anything you guys want to do before it comes to your turn to get in the ring? Or are you just kind of like watching and waiting?
We're doing it in pairs, right? Or no?
It's single duels, and what we're going to do above table is all three of you are going to fight at the same time, just effectively in different rings.
Heard.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I was in my wings. So I heard Soap say, "Are we doing it in pairs?" And then I didn't hear the response.
It's not going to be in pairs. It's going to be 1v1s.
Oh my god, I'm so screwed, guys. Like, I'm actually gonna fail.
It's 1v1s, right? Points are going to be based off the higher ranking, right? So the more rounds you get through, the more points you'll get. And like that'll affect where the team's standing is. And yeah, it's going to be 1v1s. It's like pretty much just like it's simple circular or rectangular rings. So we will effectively be using Theater of the Mind because there's not much in the ring. It's just like 20-foot radius rings. Very much like what you see in front of you. Just a little circle.
Is it already established in a like public who we're going up against? Like, is the bracket public?
You know what? Let's go ahead and see for round 4. I'm gonna ask each of you to roll me a d20 to see who you're going up against.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna get like the baddest guy in this fighting match. Like, just watch. Ugh.
As long as you don't roll a nat 1, you're pretty good. Okay. Not bad. You are getting, so Val and Fallon, you're each getting just some like ordinary, like you see the names, but they're kind of groups they're tied to because Captain Zaria has given you some like just general details to your data pad, and you guys have done your own investigations. Your two opponents are just general mercenaries who are not a part of any of the major crews.
Okay.
Seski, your opponent is just a member of one of the kind of like roving gangs that comes in and out of Port Nomad. So they're not fully native, but they're also pretty commonly here, so they get hired out or might just have personal interest in trying to make a name for themselves. But yeah, so far nobody too noteworthy in your initial fights.
Whenever we figure out like who it is, if Saskia is seeming like very nervous about it, like Val is just gonna give her like a pep talk of like a rundown of like, okay, if it really comes down to it, here's how you fight fist to fist. Just like cover your face, dodge with your body if you have to, whenever they whiff, punish. That's what you got to do here. Play on the defense, find your opportunity.
She'll give you like an unarmed strike demonstration, and I can tell you what the result is because my damage is 0 because I'm so bad. Okay, nice punch. 0 power. That's what we're working with.
Val nods and then just goes, do you have any type of like hand-to-hand thing on your person that you can use, or like if it comes to that?
Well, I got a spell scroll of Sugar Rush, which is like exactly as it sounds. It just makes it so you can act faster, maybe get more actions out of a round, but that's kind of it.
Val reaches into one of her like little like cargo pockets on her pants. No, actually this would be on like an actual like sheath. She just unhooks it off of her belt and passes you Pax's knife.
Are you what is it? A knife? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a 1d6 regular like physical blade. It's not anything special.
Oh, that's what you were asking. I have a gun, if that changes your decision.
I think for Val it wouldn't.
Are we killing these people?
You're like fighting till somebody gets knocked out or surrenders. Generally, that's the kind of agreed upon principle.
Okay.
And I'll actually say, as you guys are doing a little bit of this prep, because you get 2 buy rounds, you're kind of having some of this discussion during the first buy round. If you want to make checks to try and scout your first round opponent, like the opponents you'll be facing off against, you can totally do so. Because they're not big names, but you can still kind of try and track, maybe see when they're going up to fight.
I would love to do that. You want perception?
Yeah, that totally works.
What about insight? Can I swing insight?
Hell yeah. Get a
Hell
vibe for
yeah.
what they're like.
I am absolutely going to do investigation, but I wanted to note to what I previously was saying with the knife thing. Val will still give it to Saskia and say, if they get too close with the pistol, here's this.
Yep. And, oh yeah, and good call, because rules-wise, ranged weapons, as a reminder of folks, unless you have some sort of feature that counteracts this, ranged weapons have disadvantage in melee range. So if somebody gets within 5 feet of you, any ranged spell attacks, ranged weapon attacks are going to be at disadvantage. But yeah, so the knife, you kind of pass that blade over. One that, you know, kept close for most of your last few missions, Val. And as you pass that on over, Saskia, what check would you like to make if you want to scout out your opponent?
Just so we're clear, is this just like a +1 dagger?
It's not +1, but you can treat it like, I think it's like short sword stats, right? So it's like 1d6 damage.
I was doing it as just dagger stats, but I mean, it wasn't like just a normal knife. Like it was it's like a military grade utility knife. Yeah, it's a blade.
We can call that short sword. We'll say 1d6. Okay.
Adjusting that on my end.
In terms of attacking, it's going to be your dex mod. Oh wait, actually, I don't know if Saskia has proficiencies for this weapon.
Well, it's nice to have. I appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
So
it'll be dex for you, Saskia. So it'll be just +2 to hit. You got something at least.
I mean, I won't say no. I would definitely be grateful. Like, I'd take anything I can get at this point.
Hell yeah. So you kind of hold on to that knife and take a look out to your opponent while they're in the ring, and you're kind of watching from the stands.
I'll do another Arcana check to see if this is like a magic caster or like a martial character.
Okay. Great rolls.
Wow.
Everyone. Guys are on a roll. Let's hope this stays for combat. I will say, Val and Fallon, your opponents are more standard spacers, so it's gunslingers. You know what I mean? It is the classic merc who's got a weapon that they treat as if it's a part of their life, and that's what they roll with. So very much use of occasional explosives, like things like concussion or flashbangs, but along with some arcane firearms. The important thing that you two note with your checks, because you hit a 20 or higher, these are pretty modded out weapons, so they're pretty accurate. But you also notice that these folks, because they live in a spacer's life, they do not seem to struggle with using their weapons at melee range. So they will not be having the normal disadvantage for being up close with a melee, with a ranged weapon.
Okay.
But they themselves don't seem to be using too much magic, right? Like, their gun is like modded in hand, so that gives us a little bit of magic. But they themselves don't appear to be doing much hand waving or anything like that. Saskia, on a 23, you are absolutely certain this person has no magic in them. But you invert that Arcana check to know that this person absolutely is a brawler, a full throttled melee fighter. Like, the first thing they do when they get into their ring is they start screaming, pick up a rocket hammer, run up, and start just bashing their opponent.
Oh my god! No!
no.
Like the worst possible outcome.
Can we swap? Like, is it against the rules to like swap our opponents?
Now, I'm gonna say,
Can Val just walk in and be like, I'm Saskia now. Let's go.
this is not a hoity-toity, super fancy, high terra celebration. We're in Port Nomad. And we got rules, but we got Port Nomad rules. So I'll ask you guys, what do you all want to do to try and mess with some of these matchups?
Saskia's like, please.
We're swapping
fucking
Saskia
go.
out.
Yeah,
Fine.
Val is gonna go to whoever like is building the brackets and be like, the person that Saskia is fighting, Val's gonna pose it as like, how many credits put me up against them? And it's posing it as in like that's gonna be a fucking boring fight. Put me in there, make it entertaining.
Okay.
But this is the full intent behind this is so Saskia doesn't have to fight this guy.
Go ahead and which ability check would you like to make for this? Persuasion?
No,
You
I'm
get
going-
advantage. You get you to 13.
I'm taking intimidation on this.
Intimidation. Go for an intimidation check. It's a little bit of the carrot and the stick. You're saying, hey, it'll make for a better fight, but you're also adding a little bit of that pressure on what happens if they don't quite agree with your oh so generous idea.
Mm-hmm.
21. Yeah. The boss does always say it's important to have a good fight, fun fight. Listen, some stuff I gotta do above table. Some stuff I can do below. You slide me 75 credits. Should be good. Smooth it over with some of the folks on the tech side of things.
I will pay.
It's okay. Do party fines.
Okay.
Are we cool with party funds on that, y'all?
Yeah, use party funds.
Okay.
Okay. So you slide the credits and you start to and do the other two of you, Saskia or Valen, want to add to ensuring this works out, or do you feel confident in letting Val handle this?
Yeah. Who am I getting now? Just like a normal fucking person, hopefully.
You're swapping with Val. You're getting a gunslinger. You're like one of the standard spacers.
All right.
And Val,
all right.
you're getting the brawler. Like you're getting one of the traveling bands. And okay, what I will say, this is a success. Each subsequent attempt to mess with the bracket goes up in DC. And
Okay.
multiple people can get involved. So what I'll say is, like, the DC might be too high for one person, but you might have two people try and do stuff. Right? But you kind of done some work here, and you see he's kind of smoothing some stuff over. A few of the bets have to be reset because there's like a glitch with the bracket, and they have to fix it. So folks got refunded, but got updated with the new odds. Just a little bit of shuffling around. It happens, especially because you're fourth round. So maybe some stuff's going on behind the scenes. And you get your opponents swapped. And it looks like just in time for the fight to start. As you guys are called up to each of your stages.
Oh shit! I can't parry this guy now because I don't have my dagger.
Yeah, I think you guys would. Wait, I thought you might have had a backup like normal antimatter dagger. Or was that merit I was thinking of?
I don't think I ever bought one because I had Pax's knife.
Hey, you got fists. Oh wait, you do have a weapon though, right? You have the fist.
Can I parry the fist? Does that count?
If it just says melee weapon, then yeah, the fist counts.
If you're wielding a finesse or versatile weapon.
Which fist did you get implemented?
I had
the
the
fist?
Yeah, the battle fist.
I guess technically it's not finesse, but I don't really care. You can do it.
Okay.
You know, I think the spirit's there. Hell yeah. Okay, so you all begin to take up to the stage, getting ready for your fights as the screens are starting. People are roaring and cheering. Drinks are out, and you see bets are flowing in. And I'm gonna ask if each of you could go ahead. We're gonna move your character tokens onto the screen just for HP tracking, right? But I'm gonna ask everyone to roll initiative. I do not know why the background just did that. Let me do that. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, so I see. Oh, I think for Fallon, you might just need to move your token on, and then that's why I didn't update. We're gonna zoom out your character tokens a little bit just to make it a little bit more visible. And Fallon, you rolled a 23. Goddamn. Okay. So we're gonna-
Hopefully this is a good sign for how combat will go for me.
For sure. For sure, guys. I have absolute faith. Nothing is gonna go wrong. Oh, too big of a token on the side. But yeah, you guys are prepping up, getting ready. Sorry, I realized these tokens were not out. Okay. So I think you swapped opponents. So you have a gunslinger, and Sasuke, you have a gunslinger. But our friend Val will be dealing with the Brawler, aka Space Psycho, instead.
Space Psycho.
It's kind of the general name for what bracket some of these roving gangs fall under. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative for these folks. So Fallon, we've got your opponent. Actually, I'll just roll once for both of them. I think that'll make life easier. Okay. And for our other buddy on the side. Hey, would you look at that? They are going to be up ahead. As you all take the stage, you see folks on the other side priming their weapons, getting stuff ready, looking on over. And as they go ahead... Oh, I actually have to apologize. These guys did not roll an 18. They rolled a 6. They did an advantage for some reason. And with that, as you get ready, you hear a countdown on the screens kind of floating around you, multiple numbers appearing and all going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you see instantly some of these gunslingers going for their weapons, the Brawler raising up their weapon as they start yelling out. But they're not the first ones to move, Fallon. It is you.
Oh, geez. Okay. Give me just a second. Hold on. Uh, it's just a little guy, right?
Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. Sorry, let me pull up my other sheet. Okay. I'm just gonna strike first.
Okay.
Does the 23 hit?
23 definitely hits.
Okay.
Five points of damage. As this gunslinger, you quick draw just a little faster than they did. You got all those senses honed from not just shooting guns, but flying incredibly massive pieces of metal through insane scenarios with the most kind of proximity to danger. So your reflexes are insane. As you go whip out the repeater fire,
Ready to go.
singeing across their shoulder. Anything else you want to do?
Are they still like moving towards like shooting at me?
Yeah, I think what you pick up is they're starting to run towards you with their drawing their gun out.
Okay. I'm gonna try and sort of, once they get much closer to me, it's like almost holding it to the last second. I want to try and sort of get low and out of the way.
Okay. Get low and get out the way. Okay. Anything you want to do mechanically for that?
Can make an acrobatics check.
Sure.
If I can
Let's
like
see.
drop and tumble.
Try and avoid a follow-up opportunity attack. Okay.
Yeah.
On 18 and with your movement, you're trying to rush past them as they run up to you. And I'll say 18 is a success to get past, so they're going to still fire their shot. They don't have any issues with, melee shots. But thankfully, this means that you won't get stuck right next to them. So you start kind of have that slide at the ready. And with that, we'll say that's part of you got your cunning action. And we'll go over to Saskia. As you see your opponent reaching for the gun, what do you do?
Just for flavor, I imagine the gate closes behind her, and she's holding on to her emotional support unit 13, and she's like, "So is there a referee or?" And then the countdown starts, and I think she'll open by casting or using her invocation of Fiendish Vigor to give myself some temporary hit points. It's just false life, but I don't have to use a spell slot because it's an invocation. 8. And if he's not moving, I might as well try out my gun that I just got, right? So I'll just fire off my carbine. Trying to figure out. Okay.
$15 just hits.
Oh, thank God.
Actually, sorry, real quick. Is your invocation cast for the casting of false life? Would that also take up your action?
Oh, that's a good question. It does. I'm Googling it. Oh, it requires a full action. Sorry, never mind. I'll definitely hold on to the Fiendish Vigor. And I don't know, like try to duck. He has a gun. Like
You just tried to. Yeah, if that's all. Because I think there's no bonus action here for Saskia, right? You're just kind of like hoping it doesn't hit.
I mean,
And
there is, but like I just don't want to use it.
Yeah, like you're trying to hold on, and yeah, you look around. It's just a ring. There's not really anywhere to hide, so you just kind of start running around as best as you can, as the gunslinger reaches for their weapon, and that Gen 13 system activates, and you get a stimulant boost like through somebody's through your system, right? Almost an injection of adrenaline and other kind of chemicals and substances that are boosting through your body, giving you that bit of extra vigor. And the gunslinger is going to reach out and start shooting. And before we get to them, though, we still got one more person. Because ahead of you, Val, this brawler smiles, looks on, puts down his glasses, almost like shield from the lights a bit, and says, "Oh, I hope this is as fun as the last few fights." And just screams and is going to rage and going to run at you. And they are going to take out their rocket hammer, and let's go ahead and hit you. Why not?
Okay.
Rocket hammer attack. 17 to hit.
Yeah, let's see how bad he hits. Sure.
As he slips, you kind of have that moment where you like hold up and you like take the hit and you're like, let's see where this goes. As it's making contact, you're like, oh shit. And you feel a weight as it like pushes through you, because his rocket hammer is going to deal 11 points of bludgeoning damage. But then in his rage, he's going to use frenzy to deal an additional 2d4 bonus on top of that.
All right.
So we're at 11. Plus 4 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. And he's going to engage the thrusters on the rocket hammer to deal another 1d4. We're at 18. And... oh, he's raging, so he deals another 1d4. 19. And let's go ahead and get a strength or dex save from Val.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Wait, that's something. Do I? Or was I looking at Goldford Knox? Oh yeah, no, that's not applicable. It's not to saves. Yep, that's it. It's a 10.
And we're gonna roll another 1d4 for failing that. So we're at 23 points of bludgeoning damage as this brawler turns, hits you with the rocket hammer, engines boosting, his arms flexing, still like just screaming, and you just feel force as something crunches, and you're like, oh, really praying that's your armor and not your arm, and you are flung back, and you fall to the ground prone. As he kind of stands over you. He does not have multi-attack, so he cannot grapple you or anything like that. So its turn ends just standing over you. Okay. That is the end of our Space Psycho's turn, and our gunslingers are going to start opening fire. The one against you, Fallon, is going to go ahead and fire. It's going to be 20 to hit. The one against you, Saskia, is going to roll very well, and it's going to hit. Damage on you, Fallon, is 6 points of force damage. And can you go ahead and give me a con save? That is a success. You do not take the bonus damage. And the one against you, Saskia, is going to deal also 6 force damage. Can you go ahead and give me a con save? Okay, you're also good. Neither of you take the extra damage, but you feel as the shot hits you, some of it starts to like ice over, like there's some cryogenic like magic involved, but you quickly like almost like brush it off before it starts to like singe further. And it's almost like that singeing of not like heat, but extreme cold. But yeah, each of you just take 6 points of force damage, and they are gonna load up their bonus action, and I don't think they get to use it this turn, but they'll have it ready as they seem to be pulling something from their packs on the side and loading it up. Almost like a secondary like chamber in their guns. And that's going to bring us over to Val. As you take that big hit, stumbling back, what do you want to do?
First I'm going to get from prone. Mm-hmm. And are we still within melee of each other?
Yes.
Val's going to go to like wipe blood from her nose and then twist and come up with a kick. And I'm going to see if this lands first before I add the flavor to it. Mm-hmm. Since this is not Battle Fist that I'm specifically using, do you want me to roll it as just an unarmored?
Yeah, you can roll it as unarmored. Up to you.
Okay. I'll take the hit to the damage. Yep. Is there anything I pump into that? No, I don't think so. I think that's just what it's got to be.
You throw your kick up, and they swing the handle of like the rocket hammer up to block it. So you're kicking straight into the metal as it kind of rings out. That is your attack.
Okay. Gonna cunning action swing with the fist now then. Mm-hmm. Guys, this isn't looking good. This is not good.
And as they block the kind of like rightward swing with your leg and you go take that momentum swing back, they're going to like reach their hand and grab your fist. And they're going to look at you. I was expecting a bit more of a challenge after what you did outside on the starships, but maybe you belong behind the tin can screen. And they're going to push you back.
Like actually make distance between us, or just
no, just like kind of push you back to like standing right in front of them, like throwing off your attacks.
Yeah, Val just kind of goes like, Val just kind of like spits blood to the ground and goes like, "Never really fought too often before. Just reading your reaction time," and then like playing that it's like she's going back in at the end of her turn, like into next round.
Hell yeah. And we get to the next round. Fallon, you are up, and then Saskia, what are you doing? Your gunslinger is firing back, but because you rolled out of their range, you're still not right next to them, so you can shoot without a problem.
Yeah. I think as far as flavor goes, she's just gonna look at them and be like, "Did you really just try to shoot me? I'm hurt. I thought we were really getting along here." And kind of just raise her gun again, and I'm gonna try and go specifically for the hand holding their gun.
Okay. Is you're attempting to make a disarming strike?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you go ahead and fire an 18, will hit.
Yay! Well.
Okay.
Does that work for disarming though?
I believe is this one of your exploits?
No, I may not actually have. Well, I have cutting action, but I don't think that's...
Sorry, I thought... There is, I believe, a disarming shot exploit for some of the... I think Rogue has it too. So if it's just a normal shot, it doesn't disarm. Let me look up the disarming rules.
Oh,
I
man.
think there are rules for disarming. I think there's an optional rule. Okay, so you make the weapon attack roll. They, I think, can make athletics or acrobatics to see who wins out. Yes, that is the optional rule we've used before. Yeah, it's from the DMG. Yeah, so I'll say if you want to sacrifice the direct damage to instead try and knock the gun out, we can do that. So they're going to roll against the 18.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, at level 11 you get Cunning Strike, which you can combine Disarm and Strike. Okay.
Yep.
Is your level?
Go
Do you have exploits?
to the 13. Yeah, they're gonna lose that contest. So you don't deal the 3 damage. I'll add that back, but you do strike past their hand as they kind of like reach out, like almost like wincing in pain, and their gun clatters to the ground. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna dive for it. I'm gonna dive for the gun.
Okay. So you run down, reach over, and try to grab for the gun, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of a contest next turn as you reach forward and the gunslinger starts to reach down as well. But you get there first.
Can I make an acrobatics check for them to try and contest next when it's their go?
Yes, so when it's their go, you guys are going to make contests to see who holds onto the gun.
Got it.
The irony here is I think you both are going to have to make athletics checks because you're physically holding on, but you're both not great at it.
Damn.
But as you start to tussle, you still knocked it out, so you might have that advantage of you get to, I think, try and be more... Actually, no, sorry. You will get to use acrobatics because you got there first. So you can try and be slippery. They have to, like, hold on. With that, we move over to Saskia. Your, like, stimulants took that first hit, so you're relatively untouched. What do you want to do? And I will note the gunslinger, though they didn't do a lot of damage, did run up to you, so they are in melee range.
Oh god, okay. Well, she's running around like a chicken with her head cut off. And she's trying to get out of range first.
Mhm.
Not gonna waste an action to disengage. So I'm just moving away so I can get out of melee range.
As you rush out of melee range, they're going to try and swing their gun at you. Just to clock you with an opportunity attack.
Got pistol whipped.
Yeah, they're trying to pistol whip, but I think a 12 is going to miss.
It does miss! I can't believe she, like, ducks. She, like, has her hands in her head and she, like, ducks completely by accident as she runs away.
Swing the gun wide over your head. You run off to the other side. What do you want to do?
Alright, I guess I have to start blasting eventually, because I have no other choice. So I'll try to cast Hex on this person.
Mhm.
I actually think I just automatically cast Hex. Whoop.
Yeah, that'll be, I think it's bonus action, but you put that mark down. What does it look like as you cast Hex, Saskia?
I think she's terrified, and she's like scrolling through her interface frantically, and she's like, "Please don't let me die! Please don't let me die!" And her AI answers instantly, like, "Upgrade to Diamond Elite for a significantly reduced likelihood of death." And she's like, "Shut up!" And she goes straight to what she has at her disposal without upgrading to a higher subscription tier, and just goes for the Hex because she still has one of those. And then, because Hex is a bonus action, she'll follow that up with an Eldritch Blast, which she has 2 beams at 5th level.
Go for it. You got 2 attacks. And as that happens, the gunslinger is getting hexed. So they're seeing all of a sudden their like visual, sensory kind of devices and stuff. It's just being overloaded with all this Gen 13 ads and recommendations. Because
Totally.
you refer them. So they're just getting spammed with stuff. And
I just invite them to join.
It's like, what the fuck is all of this?
You're trying to get them on the friends and family plan, girl.
Exactly. It's a great opportunity. Join now. And because I have my cat, I'm gonna do an advantage. Tee-hee.
I will note the first attack roll will be advantage, the second one will be normal. Because it's only one time. But I don't think that matters, because a 21 is going to hit, and then a 15 is going to hit anyways on the second one. So both of these attacks are going to hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Definitely going to do an Agonizing Blast and Gen 13's Wrath. 9, +2, +3. And then 9 plus +5.
Okay.
So 14 plus 14 is 28?
Yes. Sorry, real quick. I think Gen 13's Wrath is once per turn, right?
Okay, so 28 minus, I think it's 2 at this level.
Yes. Actually, the
Yeah, it's
dip.
2.
So, yeah, it's gonna be once per turn, and then real quick, it's your proficiency bonus, right? For Gen 13's Wrath. I think you guys are level 5, so you might actually it might be +3 from Gen 13's Wrath.
I didn't even add that.
Mhm.
I didn't fix that. Yeah, no, when we leveled up, I just kept it there. So, yeah, it might be.
So that first one is going to be +6, so it's 15. The next one is going to be 9 plus 3, so that's 12. So 15 plus 12, you are at. Damn, I said those numbers out loud and I had to add them up. That's a lot. 15 plus 12, that's 27 points of damage.
Hey!
And we still have to add 2d6 from your hex.
Oh yeah, I just hexed him. Fuck yeah. She's not doing too bad.
So 27 plus 8, 35 points of damage. As you load up the Eldritch Blast, and this poor gunslinger distracted by all these referrals and ads, and you take that shot, Saskia. I'm gonna ask, how do you want to do this?
Oh my god, how did you do it? That's crazy. Like, it does not look impressive. She's like screaming, ducking, runs away, and then just accesses her interface and sends a bunch of ad campaigns his way. And as he's distracted, she outreaches her hand, charges up the one thing she knows how to do well in combat, and just puts everything she has into it, maybe kneels, aims, and fires. And yeah, it kind of the beginning stage of the combat was rough, a total accident, but the end is kind of badass.
Yeah, and you fire out these 2 quick beams right back to back, and there's just that moment where everyone can see you holding out and firing, and for all the sense of fear and rush, there's this moment where it's just clean, precise aim. And this gunslinger waves like an invisible ad, right, that only he can see out of his eyes, and then turns, just 2 bright beams slam and send him flying back into the hull of the force field projected wall, slams, and just slides down unconscious. And Saskia, you've won your fight.
She kind of awkwardly waves and ducks her head bashfully and walks off.
Hell yeah. And so that is one fight taken care of as you are rushing off the ring. A few people cheering, a few people complaining because of lost bets, and some surprised by how quickly the fight went. And that brings us over to what would have been your opponent. The Space Psycho that you're facing off against, Val, as he continues to smile, is going to turn. I think he's feeling confident. Everything you've done, you've missed. He's going to go reckless this turn, because I want to see if we can hit something big.
Okay. Reckless doesn't give him multi-attack, right?
No, it just gives them advantage.
Okay.
And that is actually pretty bad advantage, because my higher roll is an 8 plus 5, so that is 13 to hit.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Shit. Okay. This time you're the one that almost dodges out of the way, kind of in this boxing stance, as he swings another. And it's, again, this heavy blow coming your way, but you're ready. And you kind of factor in that little boost he gets from the rocket on his hammer, and dodge just a half second early to avoid it as it slams down, and you feel the fighting ring kind of quake. And so that's the thing. When I miss, I don't have anything to do. When I hit, I have a lot of things to do. So that's his turn. He's swung and a miss. And we are going to turn over to the last gunslinger that you're facing off against, Fallon. Is going to raise their gun and once again run up to you. Oh wait, no, you took their gun. They're gonna try and get their gun back. So you can make athletics or acrobatics. They're going to make athletics to try and get their gun back.
I'm making acrobatics.
Their athletics is not high. Unfortunately, they jump for this gun like it's their most important family member. Like it is the partner they're meant to spend a lifetime with, because it really is, to a gunslinger out in space. And that is going to be a nat 20 as they rip that gun right out of your hands.
Damn it!
Don't you have some respect? You want to meet her so bad? Here. And we'll just point the gun at you. But before they fire the gun, they're going to fire something out the side chamber that they loaded before. Go ahead and give me a con save.
What the hell?
As they say that, you hear a click, something charges up, a light races across the side, and it, bam, flash in front of your eye. It's almost like a outward flash of light. And you are blinded as they're going to follow that up with a point-blank attack at advantage. That is going to be, yeah, that's going to hit. 25 to hit. And because you're blinded, you do not get a con save on what follows. You are going to take 6 plus 1, 7 force damage. And
So,
3
7
cold
forced.
damage.
So 10 damage total.
Correct. And as that cryo shot hits again this time, you're blinded, so it's at advantage. And what that means is they get a point blank shot, hits your chest, and then you feel ice start to creep around to your muscles, and you have your speed reduced to 0 until the end of your next turn. So now you're just stuck next to this gunslinger who has no issues being in melee with you. With that, we're going to move over to Val. Val, it is your turn. I will note your attacks have advantage because he was being reckless with his swings.
Oh, already?
Yeah, I mean, he did 23, so he's really like, yeah, I got this. So long get
Oh.
advantage.
So it's not like the first attack, it's like any attack that I make this round since he did Reckless
Yeah,
is advantage?
Because all his attacks on his round are at advantage, and now all your attacks on your round are advantage.
Heard. Okay, that does kind of change what I wanted to do, but makes it even better, actually. Perfect. I am swapping to physical die because roll 20 is
No
pissing me
worries.
off.
No worries.
10. The other one was a nat 1, so I'm a little bit annoyed still. 16.
16 will hit.
Hurt. Cool. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna expend an exploit die, and I want him to give me a Constitution saving throw.
He is pretty good at that, so let's see how it goes. He has advantage on strength saves, but not con saves. So this one's going to be a flat roll. Unfortunately, it is a good roll. That is a 21.
Heard. That's fine. Okay, I'll mark that off on my end. Is that really the only thing I have that does like extra damage? Damn, I gotta get better things. Okay, I'll roll for damage, and since this was at advantage, I still get sneak attack on it, right?
Correct. And you're going with
Correct.
your battle fist?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna do physical for this too. That is 5, and then 3d6.
Yep.
1, 3, 4, plus 3. I'm really bad at math. I grab my calculator. All right, that's 16 points of damage in total off rip.
Mhm.
Then I'm
will
gonna
let
go
you know.
ahead.
It's 16 bludgeoning, right? Because you're using the fist?
Yep.
It's going to be 8 against this raging psycho.
Okay. That's right. I think she just kind of goes, fuck. And then I don't have any. Yeah, she's gonna step back a little bit to get just out of melee.
That will be an opportunity attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
And let's go ahead and we are going to swing. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
I am going to parry.
Okay. Good call.
That would be a D6. It's a 5, so it does not hit. If I hit a 1, that would have landed, but
So you kind of threw that first attack to throw off the guard, followed up with a hit, and he just kind of smiles, saying, wow, that was barely even a scratch, as his nose is starting to bleed.
he says that, and like Val is just like looking at him blank face as she whips the ion cannon off of her shoulder and aims a shotgun at him.
And he's like, so that's how you want to dance. And yeah, he swings, but you parry. Like as you're drawing the ion cannon, you almost like use it to knock back his like opportunity attack as your parry, and you stumble back with your ion cannon out. Is that it for your turn?
Oh, I still have a bonus action.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
attack.
right. Your first attack was a 10 plus 6. Yep. So, or I guess that was your bonus action, right? The unarmed strike, and now, or the fist strike, and now you're going to your main action shot.
Yeah, I'll do that. Still advantage?
Yeah. Still at advantage. Ion cannon starts to load up. And yeah, I assume, going to stay in range to get the scatter effect, right? The extra damage.
Yes, but not enough in range to like
be in melee.
Yeah, be in melee. That would be a 15 to hit this time.
15 just hits. Go
Heard.
ahead and roll 2d8 fire damage.
2d8 fire damage. That is a 6 and a 1 above a 6. So 13 in total.
Set, okay.
Yeah.
13 points of fire damage. After you're punched and make a lot of contact, you fire this beam, he yells, and I'll tell you right now, you very quickly realize his body not resistant to fire. 13 points of fire cooks through. He's still screaming, but there's like a little like pitch elevation to the scream where you're like, oh, this is no longer just like a hell yeah type of scream. It's like a, okay, this is hurting scream, and he's starting to get covered in burn marks, and is bloody off that ion cannon strike.
Yippee!
And with that, Val, I think that's the end of your turn, and we turn over to Fallon. You are frozen in place, right up next to the gunslinger, who's got a gun pointed straight towards you. What do you want to do?
So my speed is reduced to 0. Does that mean I can't move at all, or I can still like move my arms? I just can't move around the ring.
Exactly. You can still like move, like you can still shoot and stuff. That's not impacted. It's just like your feet are stuck in place. Like you can't quite escape. Like you got just ice holding you down that you're trying to break out of, but it's gonna be. I think it lasts until the. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's until the end of your turn. So the ice won't defrost until your turn is done.
Great. I am going to first I am going to try to sort of one hand kind of reach out and move his gun barrel away from me.
Kind of like, please move to the side. Yep.
Just like, whoa, respect. We're talking about respect. You don't shoot a person point blank. What kind of freak does that? And then just turn around and pull her gun out and like shoot him point blank.
I will say.
I do have a question, but I'll wait until Fallon is finished.
Okay, no worries. Fallon, your range attack is at disadvantage. because you're up close in melee. So
Oh, just kidding. Then, okay. Yeah, she's gonna try and slide the gun barrel out of her face, say the whole respect thing, and then she's gonna draw her one-hand laser sword and kind of hold it so like the barrel is facing him and just kind of eject it to hit him.
okay, go ahead and make that attack roll, and this is not a disadvantage. It's just a normal attack roll as you extend the laser sword out, and he immediately kind of like leans back to the side and goes, "What the hell are you talking about? His whole life is about shooting people point blank. And that is certainly not a trick I'm gonna fall for." He points to like the beam of plasma coming out of the hilt. And you see he's just like cocks back and starts charging up the next blast to his gun.
Man, these guys suck.
Anything else you want to go for?
I don't think I can. I think because all I have left is my bonus action, and I can't do that.
I will say, you have Precision Strike as one of your exploits, which you could use to improve an attack roll if you want to try that.
True. What did we say the exploit dice were?
I think for you, they are at D6. You have 3 D6 of that. So if you want to burn 1 D6 and see if that improves, you have a chance. You hit him with a 15, I think, before, or 16. So, like what, 50-50? This dice puts you in the right track.
So there's always a chance. Let's do it. Why not?
Okay. A 15 is going to be just enough to hit. As I say, like, they start charging, and that is all of fate for you to turn, acting like you're kind of stuck in the ice, to swing the sword out. Go ahead and roll for damage, because that laser sword makes contact. Hell yeah, that is 7 radiant damage. And... okay. That, as you arc through, burning part of their like shoulder into the chest, that puts them to bloodied.
Yay!
I think with that spell, and the ice begins to melt at the end of your turn, we're gonna go on over to the next fight. But before we get to Val's side of the ring, Saskia, what was your question?
Okay, so the spell Hex says that if you drop someone to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action on a later turn to curse a new creature. And I'm wondering about the setup of these rings. Maybe because if we're all cheating, because this planet is full of cheaters, if I can help one of my allies out.
You certainly can try. If you want to do this, I'm going to need either deception or stealth check to hide the fact that you're moving your curse over.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. Damn trackpad just X'd me out of the whole character sheet. 1 second. Okay, back in. I'll definitely go for deception.
Okay.
And who's looking the worst of the two of them?
I
think Val.
Yeah, if you want to go for Val, because you saw Val, you kind of heard Val take a big hit over on the ring on the other side.
Yeah, and also, like, Val's opponent is objectively, like, someone I was supposed to face, but Val took my spot, so I kind of feel like, yeah, I would go for Val.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'll do advantage, because I have unit 13. Teehee.
14. I'm gonna say 14. So what's happening here is because there's a lot more fights going on. You're on round 4, or you're on the 3rd round of the tournament technically. Not too many people catch much notice, especially because this is like a more intangible magic. But so the damage part of Hex won't apply, right? Because that's only when you hit somebody, not when somebody else.
Yeah.
But what ability check would you like to give them disadvantage on? Like strength, dex? What are you going for?
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of screaming, so I think it's appropriate to assume this person is a barbarian. So I think probably strength, because, or like, I've seen Val fight. What, like, does Val generally force opponents to do?
I think
Like-
you're kind of on the right track, because Val usually like grapples, holds them down, like stuff like that. So it's usually dexterity or strength. And as you see this like screaming warrior with a rocket hammer, you're like, yeah, strength, sure. I think they're more likely to punch back than dodge out of the way.
Yeah, we'll go for strength. She'll kind of like open up her like interface on like under the table, or kind of turn away so no one can see. Like grab the strength dial and like try to very subtly, socially like turn it down.
Okay. So you send that over, and perfect timing as the space psycho in front of you, Val, gearing up, like bloodied grin, swinging the hammer, then just suddenly stops like mid-step and goes, "What the fuck? I thought I upgraded my ad block. What is this shit?" And he's just like swinging in front of him, and he kind of like tries to like see you through all this. Val is gonna run up, not going to reckless this time. I think lesson has been learned, and will just swing directly at you and hoping to hit. And boy, is a big hit coming, unfortunately, Val.
Is it a nat 20?
Unfortunately, it is.
Oh god, what does it come out to on the die? What does it come out to with like modifiers? Is it parryable at all?
Good question. This is a 25.
Yeah, no, that's not parryable at all. Oh.
And you
Okay.
see, it's almost like the uneven movement suddenly kind of swings out unpredictably and is going to slam into you. And we're going to go ahead and roll.
And this is what? This is Hex?
The hex
transferred
part,
to him?
unfortunately, yeah, it transferred, so it affects strength checks, but not the attack rolls. So he's gonna deal. Ooh, this is really bad. So for the 2d10 piece, like his weapon, he's gonna deal 10 plus 4 plus 3, 17 points of damage. He's gonna engage. He's gonna engage the rocket boosters, but because that's an on-hit effect, it's gonna go from 1d4 to 2d4. So we're at 17 plus 6 is 23. He's gonna frenzy, which is gonna be 44. Okay, that was pretty bad. That's 5, so we're at 28. And I'm gonna need you to make a dex or strength save, because he's gonna try and pump his last exploit in to see if he can knock you out.
Dex or strength save? Of course. I decided to do it just on roll 20.
And that is going to be a total, where were we at? 28 points of damage?
Yeah.
Going to be 31.
No. I had
anything you wanna
30
do about?
HP. I had 30 HP.
Oh,
Massive swing comes in. I'm gonna ask, Saskia, you're over on the side. Do you have anything you want to do at this moment? You're already cheating a little bit if you want to try anything else.
okay. Oh, this is... Damn it.
That's true.
So... Yeah. Just send out help 3R. Excuse me, I would like to help. Man, what I could do, but it's already done. Like, if Val's already down, there's not much I can do. Like, what I could have done, what I was thinking is like sending out a health potion on Unit 13, like maybe try to make Unit 13 all stealthy-like, but if Val's
be
already
tough.
down, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And I also have Sanctuary, but if Val's already down, that's kind of pointless. So.
Yeah.
And False Life is just on me itself, so.
So you're thinking this moment what to do here. And I think this ends with Val as you get slammed to the side. There's going to be a choice here, but I can't make it. It's going to be a choice for Merit to make it. So we're going to see how this fight truly turns out next time. But for now, you feel the swing of the hammer coming towards you, and that's where we cut for what happens to Val's run in the gauntlet.
No! She should have been so good. I have too many on-hit things. I need more easier to hit or like better to hit.
Yeah, activate things. No, I feel that.
Yeah.
And with that fight taking a little side screen, Fallon, it's back to you. Oh, sorry, the gunslinger. He goes first. He's just gonna shoot.
Oh man.
That's a nat one. He
Yay!
has gun jams. That is not
This
going to
sucks
hit.
so bad.
He already got his advantage with the blinding shot, so that's not even there anymore. Okay. Sorry, back to you, Fallon.
Like, really? That's all you got? You hit me in the eyes a little bit, and then you can't even shoot? What kind of gunslinger are you? You call yourself a spacer? And she's just gonna take another big swing, with her laser sword. She's gonna put both hands on it, so we're gonna do this as a two-handed melee attack.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
You can try another exploit dice. A DC, you know that the AC is 15, so you got a 1 1/3 chance if you burn precision strike.
I'll burn precision. Like, what do I have to lose if I burn it? You know?
Hell yeah.
Shit.
14 is going to just miss as you swing, and he like ducks over, does this acrobatic move, and says, "I've got a lot more coming your way." And you very quickly realize, no, he's used all his ability. Genuinely, you've seen everything he's got.
Like, all right, bud. Okay.
And he's like trying to think, like, fuck, do I have? He's like rummaging through the side pocket, and he's just gonna point the gun back out at you and fire, because that's really actually all he's got, and he's not recharged his other. His gun backfires and explodes. That's another nat one. And
Oh my god.
He says there's a lot more. He tries to like fiddle with the settings, turns, the flashbang
like,
goes off backwards,
no.
and he gets blind.
He's like, just wait. It's gonna be so cool. Like, man, you guys suck. Can I, like, give him a swift little kick to the chest and try to knock him prone? I don't know if I need, like, an ability to do that, but...
We'll say, go ahead, you can use your laser sword as, like, the attack roll as a representation, but yeah, you're almost going for just, like, a slam in, and he blinded himself, so this will be at advantage. $18 hits. Go ahead and roll 3d6 for your sneak attack.
3d6.
Yeah. Blinded, holding up his, like, smoking gun near his face. He's trying to, like, hold back the pain in his eyes, and you just give him a good, solid, easy kick and just slam him into the back, and he's out.
Yay! Fuck that guy.
Yay!
And everyone's fights have gone well, to an extent. We'll see. We'll see how...
Well is a strong word.
And we're gonna move Val and her opponent off to the side as a little break in time, because there's stuff Merit might be able to do. So we have to see how Merit's fight goes, and then whether she has a chance to influence this. But over to the side as it's happening, we will for now say that the third round of the gauntlet has ended, for at least the other half of the team. And real quick, Arcana check from Saskia.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Is this like unapproved use of proprietary assets or something? Ugh.
No, I think unfortunately it's something more mundane, but maybe a little bit consequential to the tournament. You realize the shots you fired off to tap out your opponent in one round. You see that the brawler that Val is facing was not able to resist fire or anything like that. You think the Eldritch Blast might have been actually a really good weapon against him.
Oh!
Man, what the hell?
Oh! Val was just trying to help!
Unfortunately, yes. I think there is, like, as a character, your awareness of the tech and magic to be like, shit. In terms of the scouting that you guys did.
Oh,
But hey-
I like begged for that switch too. Oh, I'm sorry, Val.
Nah, it's all
That was
good.
shitty.
Hey, that's the luck of the gauntlet, and that's part of it. You see all sorts of folks with different abilities trying to gauge each other, match up, and for that, we're gonna move on to round 5 of the gauntlet. Sorry, round 4 of the gauntlet. I'm gonna ask Fallon and Saskia, can you once again roll a d20 to see who your opponent is?
Okay, can we be on teams, please? Because I feel like as this progresses, it'll just get harder.
Hey, not 20.
17.
Hell yeah. You guys can go ahead and mark off short rest so you can heal back up as you'd like.
Oh, thank God. Can I cast False Life before I get into the ring? Like a smart boy?
Because it lasts an hour. You totally could just spend like 1 whole minute spamming it until you get your max amount of hit points and then go into the ring.
Okay.
Shield 0 HP. Why?
So, oh, that's a little weird.
Can I just put it back at 43? Is that cool?
Yeah, no worries. It might be because you need a mark off hit dice, question mark? But, it's fine. So you're able to heal up, and I think for Fallon, that does mean you get your exploit dice back. Because I think
Yay!
and Saskia, you get your spell slot back, because they also come back on a short rest. In terms of opponents, for round 4, you guys rolled really high. Fallon, a natural 20 puts you against a lucky entrant, like somebody who managed to sling by through a lot of fights and is pretty banged up. You are just going to auto win on a natural 20. It is like another spacer who has still got wounds, like no hit dice left to heal up, and it is a swift and easy fight.
Hell yeah.
Saskia, you will have an opponent, but on a 17, not too problematic who you have to deal with. As you're going to see, it is similarly a spacer that pulls up ahead of you. But this is also a brawler, but not anybody too spooky. Oh.
Are they also a barbarian or what?
From the scouting reports, they don't seem to have the same raging tendencies. They are a pretty upfront fighter. We'll have to see how strong they are. Let's see. Okay.
Sorry,
go for it.
Since this fight was supposedly super easy and chill and great, can I, like, see who all is watching? Like, can I take a look at the crowd and, like, specifically see how much our lady, I forget her name,
Zarya?
Zarya, Boss Nova, and that other freaky chick, like, how much they're paying attention? To us specifically.
I'm gonna say, so Saskia, go ahead and roll initiative, and while you're rolling initiative, I'm gonna call out that for Fallon, you can go ahead and give me, what kind of check are you aiming for with this?
Probably perception. I'm just trying to look at them and see if they're watching us and paying attention.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Boss Nova's starting to pay attention to you because you're making it up. This is you made it pretty swiftly through round 4, and there's only 2 more rounds left after this. Oh, sorry, I think there's 3, but the last one, is the finale. So it's like 2 more rounds for now. So it's looking pretty good, and so you're starting to catch some attention in that regards. Saskia is also getting a few folks paying attention to this upcoming fight, but some people are starting to pay more attention to Fallon. But on a 15, Captain Zari is just keeping a close watch, just more like you can tell, like, you kind of catch that she's really focused on you guys, right? Your performance is going to directly impact her. But with the woman up top near Boss Nova, I can't really catch any details on 15, unfortunately. Just like the same cold. It's not even like it's not like a mean stare or anything like that. It's just so neutral in terms of like its coldness. And she just looks out.
Gotcha.
She's not paying attention to anyone from what you can tell.
Okay.
As you're keeping an eye out there, you hear 3, 2, 1, and Saskia, go ahead and take your turn. Fallon, as you're over to the side, keeping an eye on the top kind of boxes.
All right. Well, considering this guy is a fighter, I'm going to want to keep and maintain distance. So I'm gonna retreat. So he has to run to get to me, as much as the rectangle or the ring allows. And I guess something smart I could do here is cast Mirror Image on myself. So there's 3 more of me.
Hell yeah. Your copies begin
And
to
then
form.
yeah, I would imagine, like, I don't really have a smart idea for this, but like this is like if Saskia's whole being is connected to these nanites, right? And they're like arcane / techie, she could like slam her like data pad where like the nanites in her arm, like the interface is usually controlled, and like kind of disrupt their signal a little bit. And I think this is like a cute, quirky way Saskia has learned to effectively cast Mirror Image.
Yeah.
And
as you disrupt the nanites and they begin to form, there's probably a couple programs in here, and you see one, the be the you want to be is the one you're disrupting, as it is 3 Saskias, but all in different attire and different like professional like attire. It's like Saskia's like a lawyer, Saskia's a doctor. It's like it's supposed to be Gen 13. It's like help you back onto your feet program, and so it's that just replicated with nanites, and so it's like 3 very clearly not you, but they also are like flickering between like which forms they're taking. So at some moments the nanites make it look like you're like hey, I'm Chef Saskia, and then the other one's like a lawyer, and then you're like rotating around.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love your interpretation of that. Yeah, we're going with that. Absolutely. So yeah, and this fighter is probably extremely confused, I'd imagine.
Immediate. Like, he's ready for, like, shit-talking, some, like, back and forth, and just sees that, and he's like, what the fuck? And
Chef
just kind of raises his fist.
It's like Gordon Ramsay. It's raw! Anyways, and then I'll just use my bonus action to do the same old thing I did last round and cast Hex on our friend.
Hell yeah. It's a good call, as you mark. And disadvantage on strength, dex, wisdom. What are you going for?
Okay, so this guy's a fighter. Val's a fighter. What do I know would, like, screw Val if they were like dex, maybe?
I think Val maybe could be dex or athletics, but this person moves a little, not quite as fluid as Val does. So I'd say with a lot of these martial folks, strength could be a safe bet.
All right, I'll go strength then. I'll turn the dial down on strength.
Hell yeah. As they're getting hampered with ads, I'll also ask Val, is there anything you want to be doing with the assumption that you're not in a fight right now? You're kind of also like fouling off to the side.
Sorry, Soap is up and away from the desk at the moment.
No worries. We can always turn it back in a sec, but for now, the brawler's gonna rush up to you, trying to see which one to hit. They are going to try and make a swing at you, Saskia. That is pretty high, and it would hit, but we actually have to roll for mirror image. So go ahead and roll the d20 for mirror image to see if they actually hit you or not.
All right, I just looked it up. It's 6, 8, and 11. So I have to roll an 11 or higher.
I think it might be 6 or higher in the beginning, right? It's like lowest to highest, right?
I thought,
I can double check.
oh, no, you're totally right. Sorry. 6 or higher. My bad.
No worries.
Oof.
Okay, so this does actually hit you. It's like a bunch of different Saskias like floating around. He just goes, "Ah, fuck," and just slams and does kind of like cold rock you in the face a little bit as you're like, "Oh shit!" And as you stumble back, the nanite's reacting. This fella's damage is gonna be pretty good. He's gonna do 7 on this hit. And as he hits you straight in the face, he's gonna turn and try and like grab onto your shoulder because you've been trying to run, so he's trying to keep you in place. But you did give disadvantage to strength. So this grapple check from him is at disadvantage, and you can go ahead and make a normal acrobatics check to avoid it.
Okay, good. Oh, wow. This prep round was really good. Do it at advantage because I always have my emotional support cat with me. Of course. Oh.
Because of the disadvantage he had, it's a 2 on the dice, plus 5 is a 7.
Oh, I did it! I can't believe I did it. Guys, I'm lucking out in this combat ring.
So he's just able to avoid. Now, I will say, you've been using... I don't think you've been actually had a weapon out because you've been using Eldritch Blast, so he doesn't really see what he can disarm here. So yeah, that's it for his turn. He just does that, and it's going to be back to Saskia.
I guess he could rip off my arm, but that would be like a different conversation.
Yeah.
That would be more like the space psycho. Yeah, running the fuck away. Bye.
He's gonna try and take a swing as you run past. Let's see. Actually will also hit, but go ahead and roll a d20 for the mirror image. Okay, so one alternate future Saskia, at least in the eyes of Gen 13, will leap in front to take the hit.
It's like lawyer Saskia takes a nasty right hook.
I object, and it just gets slammed by the fist of the brawler.
Like, no, lawyer Saskia.
And so you run back. What would you like to do? You still have 2 mirror images. You still got all your false life hit points. Is this the Eldritch Blast time?
Yep. It's gonna have to be. Like, there's really not much else I can do. Like, I have my gun, but it's just not as good as my Eldritch Blast yet. So,
Fair enough.
and I didn't have the money to upgrade it. So, like, I am a one-trick pony, but the one trick is like pretty decently solid.
Sometimes you only need one answer to all your problems. And with that, you start to load up the hand that you've been using for Eldritch Blast. The nanite's charging up the energy. Go ahead and make 2 attack rolls.
Do I get advantage because of Unit 13, or is that
I
just
will say Unit 13 gave you advantage on an acrobatics check last turn to avoid. So we'll say not quite yet.
Alright. So just combat Eldritch Blast 1 and 2. Oh, I don't know why it triggered. Oh, I guess it automatically fires 2 right when I click it once because I'm level 5. That's why
Yeah,
it's doing that.
let's see. So the first two we're going to use 10 and 14. The 14 is just going to hit.
Okay. At least I got one off. Where did it go? Oh, 9 plus 6.
So 15 points of damage. They are going to reduce it by 3 with their reaction. So 12 points of damage is a big hit, immediately bringing them to bloodied as they stumble back. Oh, also roll a d6 for Hex.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting that. I would honestly not even bring that up if you didn't, so thank you.
No worries. Okay, yeah, definitely bloody. As they stumble back, and they look to you, and they're just going to try and make a mad rush over and swing. That's not even going to hit your mirror images. Just, it's a wild swing out. And they kind of look down, and they're going to bonus action. Let's see if we can second win some hit points back. Okay, that's pretty dog shit, but I'll take it. 5 hit points back. And it's going to go back to you, Saskia, but now they're in melee range again, trying to stop you from firing this cannon.
All right. Yeah, like, I wish I could be cool, like Fallon or Val, but that's just not the kind of girl Saskia is. She's ducking, she's weaving, she's hiding behind her mirror images. Like, these ridiculous, like, personifications of her if she, like, actually had a life and is trying to run away again. Whee!
Yep. Swing,
Yep.
and it's not even going to hit the mirror image. It's a 12 in total. So another duck out of the way. As you turn back, running, loading up, go ahead and make the 2 attack rolls.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll only press it once, and it's an advantage because I didn't use.
Yeah, you did not use Unit 13. So yeah, first
Unit
attack at
13
advantage.
for anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it'll be
okay.
first at advantage, second will be flat. But we'll see how it rolls.
Oh, okay, yeah, because like it just automatically does it for some reason, but I'll just do it at advantage.
Yeah, no worries. All right, still works. 18 and a 25, both are gonna hit. Go ahead and roll both attacks. Or damage for both attacks. Okay. 8 plus 6 is 14. 7 plus 3 is 10. We're at 24. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. What did I say? We're at 24 and plus 12. 36 points of damage. This like brawler's like running up trying to catch up to you and just has to raise their hands as the 2 bright beams just blast them back. And that is another opponent out. And Saskia might not have a lot of tricks, but the tricks do work. They work when they hit.
Saskia is like literally baffled at herself. Like she blasts him, and then she like sees him go down and like slowly looks at her hands like, what the fuck? What is this like subscription company even about? Like, and yeah, like because in her previous life she never had like a reason to deploy her tricks, but like now that she's actually using them, she's like, okay, like what is this company even for?
And as you ruminate on that, that is going to be the end of round 4 of the tournament, and we're reaching like the last few brackets. So there's not a lot of people left, Fallon, as you are getting called up as well to see who you're going to be up against. And I'm going to ask if each of you can go ahead and roll another d20.
All right.
Can we be on teams?
Unfortunately not, but don't worry. The third tournament challenge will be a teamwork. But hey, Saskia's working pretty well in the 1v1s. Okay. Fallon.
Maybe if we stay silent, it won't be that bad.
My god, I can't even believe I made it this far, Fal. Like, I'm shocked as you are.
Maybe it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, let's just hope I don't get that screaming guy.
You see, I will say, do you guys try and scout out your opponents one more time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and give me whatever checks you'd like.
Can I try insight?
Yeah, 100%. You can try that.
Oh, well.
Well, I guess I'll just do an investigation because I've done Arcana a few times. But the investigation is like seeing it's serving the same purpose, like seeing if this is a marshal or a caster.
Okay.
Ooh.
And once again, FYI Saskia, you will get your spell slots back. Fallon will say, you didn't use too many exploits, and you get them back anyways. Your opponent, Fallon, you look up. Huh. This person, they're tied to one of the companies you researched before. They're tied to NatSec, the Nova Arms and Tech Security. The ones that are known for like constructs and mechanical pieces. And you're like, I wonder what that means. And you turn and you find out your opponent is a mech suit user.
Oh. Okay.
And you're like, huh. And on a 17, you realize it's a mech suit that is pretty enhanced, but mainly it's a melee mech suit, right? Considering that this is like a pretty close quarters combat scenario, it is one where they are like, you see engines go up immediately, they just like start brawling with people.
Right.
And you pick up on that, you're like, oh, okay. As for Saskia, your opponent, no magic at all. That you can tell, the only magic seems to come from their, weapons, one of which is familiar to you. It's a carbine. But they tend to not really use the gun, at least in this scenario. They usually keep it to their side. Instead, their primary weapon seems to be the thing they draw from their back. As you see, they ignite a laser sword.
Oh, yeah. Like, she sees, like, the drawing of the laser sword, and her frown just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, oh, hell no.
Yep. So, and your opponent is actually also tied to one of the notable groups. So, Fallon, your opponent was tied to NatSec, right? The security company. Your opponent, Saskia, is tied to the Golden Carps, that arms and munitions company with rumored ties to Lukshay. And as you guys set up, I'll say, Saskia, you do the false life strategy once more. You guys take your places. This is round 5 of the tournament. We're approaching the final, sort of segments. And I'm going to ask if you both can go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh man, I don't want to fight this guy.
Ooh, nice initiative rolls. Thank you, guys.
Jesus Christmas, dude. Alan, we are so fucked.
No, you're whispering that to Saskia.
Sass, we might genuinely be fucked.
Yeah, no kidding.
This might really be it for us.
Val, you're taking a look at the fights that are going on right now, because it's like fewer and fewer fights at the same time to really highlight the extra lights, the extra attention, the ruckus crowd, and betting is going insane as we're reaching the latter ends of the gauntlet. Val, you see what kind of Fallon and Saskia have told you about their opponents. One is a NatSec operative using a mech suit, and the other is a Golden Carp warrior. They're often known as Blades because of their use of the laser swords. And you, I think immediately, Val, I'll say not a lot of check needed on your end to immediately recognize your allies are going up against two very melee combatants. Like, very much like up front fighters. And as you kind of make that connection, Val, I think is there any advice, any tips you want to give to your two teammates as they get into the ring?
I would like some advice from Rex himself. So No, but I actually have a
God.
question. So, like, the invocation false life that I get
Mhm.
from Fiendish Vigor, I have up to 3rd level spell slots at this point. So can I cast it at first level? I mean, at 3rd level, or is it just at 1st level free no matter what?
I am gonna double check.
I think it's 1st level.
Yes. So
Um,
here's the thing.
yeah.
The way I would treat it is, you know the spell. So if you want to use a 3rd level spell slot, you could to cast False Life, but it's not like for free. It's just you use a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay,
The-
I see.
The 1st level casting is free, which is why theoretically the way I describe Fiendish Vigor is like, unless it's like an in the moment choice, as long as you have some uptime, you can cast it to guarantee getting 8 temporary hit points, right? So if you
Okay.
want to use a 3rd level spell slot, you can, but it's not a guarantee you get max. You're gonna have to roll for it.
Okay. And then I think there was like a ruling in the 2024 edition of 5e D&D where like it automatically gives you like the max amount, like the 12. If we're not going for that, that's cool. I just like want clarification.
Oh, for your at will casting, I'm just treating it as max, which I think for our use of False Life is 8, right? Because I think it's 1d4
Okay, yeah.
plus. Let me
4.
double check.
4.
Okay, yeah, so 8.
4.
Yep.
All right,
so you're
all right.
good.
It'll just be a 10.
So
All
you
right,
walk in,
thank
you got this the adrenaline, the stimulants pumping through from the Gen 13 nanites. Feeling good. You've had some good fights, Fallon. Hey, stuff has been a cakewalk, right? You look up. All the lights and engines on this mech suit activate within like 0.5 seconds, and the engines just flare from like the back, like upper back area, and this thing standing upright just zooms towards you. And we're gonna start bonus action, a little rage from the machine as all of its systems start to go active.
Oh my
Damn
god,
it,
he's putting
fucking
meta on
barbarian.
Rage in the machine. Well, Fallon, rage against the machine. Fuck the system.
Oh.
I believe in you.
You just see Fallon start like sweating. Her brows just furrow so viciously.
So Fallon is raging against the machine.
The gauntlet, as you start to sweat, you just see this massive metallic fist. By the way, it's not like the machine is even really swinging backwards. It's just standing upright, going straight towards you, and then a fist extends outward as they're using the momentum of this thing to just rush towards you. They're going to make a repulsion gauntlet attack, and they are going to turn down their defensive systems and put all the system routing and the AI support into attacking. So
I have a question then.
Go for it.
Could I use Smuggler Shot as a reaction to this?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a good point. You can immediately take Smuggler Shot. I think that's when you roll initiative. You can just take a shot.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take Smuggler Shot.
Go for it. You quick draw, fire. This machine, one hand is rushing towards you in a fist, the other hand just palm open, takes the shot, and just like there's a little smoke and that's it. And it's going to rush up towards you and make 2 attacks. And I'm gonna make them reckless, so they're at advantage. And I think just in case something big happens, I'm gonna roll these both out on the board. So your first attack at advantage. Okay. Second attack at advantage.
I just got one shot by a fucking robot barbarian.
I am so sorry, but unfortunately, these are going to be some really big hits. The first attack, they are going to slam. They get, you see fire curling around the fist as it comes towards you, and they're going to upgrade this as extra, like, superheated. Like, the metal starts to superheat as it makes contact. There's going to be a lot of dice, so I'll just roll out. It's going to be 1d10. So it's 10, because it's maxed out, plus 1d10, plus 3, plus 2d4, because the elemental damage gets doubled, and then Draconic Strike gets doubled, so that's 4d6.
Actually, it doesn't get doubled because that's why.
Because
And then-
please. Because
and
God,
then-
please.
Rage damage also gets doubled.
Come on.
And can you? Okay, that's no worries. That's gonna
This
be
is just
separate.
the first attack, right? This isn't even the second one yet.
Oh my god.
No, unfortunately, it is just the first.
No.
Right,
And-
right.
Yeah, no big
This
deal.
is-
Walk it off, Al.
This is gonna be the. Sorry, this is gonna be the second attack. Okay,
Just above board, so everyone knows. After that first attack, I have 6 hit points left.
Oh, you're
Right.
laughing. You're
Right,
laughing.
right, right. Okay, so. Right.
I'm so sorry.
Right.
This actually. I don't know why. I was just like, let me just roll it out. I got a nat 20. It was pretty big. Let me just
Dude.
roll the rest of them out on the board.
Rex, where did you get these people? Like, come
I mean,
on
it's
now.
it's the dice. This is. I mean, they're big hitters. Don't get me wrong. They're meant to be like tough, but giving like especially this guy nat 20, like he gets so much like on hit stuff. Very kind of much like Val. Like, it's a lot of on hit effects, but yeah, if the nat 20 comes through, that on hit it's come through.
Right. So, yeah, I took that smuggler shot. Nothing happened. And you just see Fallon's eyes go so wide as this hit connects. And she just, like, screams in pain. Like, as it just connects with her side, she's just writhing. There are probably a couple broken ribs. She's burned for sure if we're superheating our damn fist. She just crumples like so immediately.
And there is a like half second to a second of silence in the arena. And then cheers, yells, screams as Boss Nova himself stands up and starts clapping. And you hear the announcer call out that it seems, in a surprising turn of events, the winner of the gauntlet, the previous gauntlet, has taken out one Fallon in a quick set of dual strikes. And you see this mechanical figure will reach down and help prop you up, Fallon, for the medical assistance team to come in. But you recognize Natsec was the favorites, and they were the ones who won the last few times because they were part of Boss Nova's crew. And you just see this hulking mech just walk out of the arena and just hands up, waving to all the cheers, and some people complaining. And Captain Zarya just has a hand to her head, just like full, like, you know, like trying to think of what to do about this scenario. I'm so sorry. Above table, that's crazy. Double nat
Above
20
table,
off
that's
reckless.
fucked up. Hey, that's fucked up.
That's
That was
crazy.
so
well,
crazy.
like you lost to a previous winner. Like there's no shame in that. Like,
Natsec was the favorites. Mhm.
Man. That's 7. So 69 points of damage. Nice.
Nice.
Right. Cool. Okay. Well, yeah.
That got frighteningly close to being insta-kill, and I was like, oh lord.
Yeah, I put the hit points in and it's telling me to make saving throws. So,
I will say the med team is there, so you are immediately like kind of carted out, stabilized, and you can short rest, Fallon. So if you need to use hit dice to heal, you can. Val, you see that go down from the sidelines, and you're just like, oh shit. Because some of these opponents, yeah, they've been tough, but you felt somewhat in control. But you recognize that of the top 4, they're like a different league.
Yeah.
And as you see that happen in the ring next door, Saskia, your fight is now announced, and you step up into the field.
Yeah, like after seeing that happen, like she is like, holy fucking shit! Like this was all fun and games. This shit just got real. Like she's like, if she was terrified before, she is like shitting her fucking pants now. She sees the energy sword. She's like, oh hell no.
You see, it's like a dragonborn individual who looks over and says, "What a bunch of fucking show-offs." Takes another puff of their cigar, kind of crushes it and puts it on a side table before he gets into the ring. Hey, I'm all for a good fight. Let's make it more entertaining than theirs.
She just like looks frantically around. Is like, do they really have no refs? Like, this is kind of insane.
You start looking for a rep and you see 5, 4, and like the number starting to count down.
Oh my god. She like kind of like casually, socially meanders to the door, like sees the gate is shut, like nods, like fuck my life, and then like turns back around, like, I guess this is happening.
And the moment it goes from 1 to 0, the blade is ignited, and this like soldier is already like halfway across the cage, and within another second is right up against where you are.
Oh my god.
And they're gonna make 2 attacks with their laser sword. We'll start with the first attack.
It's gonna be like a 42.
An 11 misses.
Okay.
A 22 on the next one.
For sure hits.
As that hits, I'm going to need Saskia to give me a con saving throw.
Uh-huh. Does the familiar give me advantage on saves? Or just...
I think it's on like active like attacks or ability checks.
Okay, fair enough. Saves. Oof.
As the first strike, you dodge out of the way. Second one is already coming as a low blow towards you. And as it slams, you feel an energy pulse through as you are hit with a stunning strike. And as you feel your senses begin to shut down, those are the 2 attacks. And actually, go ahead. Oh, no. This is going to be at advantage because you're stunned. And as they slice across, they're going to turn and with their other hand rapidly throw out 2 punches. That is going to be Flurry of Blows.
Oh, great. My favorite. Thanks for that.
And they're going to make 2 attacks. And they're going to be at advantage. 1, 2. Okay, not nat 20s, but they both hit. Can you go ahead and give me a... Actually, yeah, we don't need to do anything. You're stunned. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll for damage. The laser sword is 1d8 fire. Okay, so that is going to be... Oh, shit. 13 points of fire damage from the laser sword strike.
Brilliant.
And the melee attack that follows is going to be 1d6 plus... let's go ahead and roll. So 1d6 plus... Oh, sorry, I'll just roll them together. 2d6 plus 6. Another 12. So 25 points of damage in total.
Fantastic.
And unfortunately, because of Stunning Strike, you are stunned until the end of your turn. And it is going to go back to this swordsman, who is going to once again unleash a set of strikes. That's going to be 2 laser sword strikes. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Does a 14 hit?
My AC is 14.
Okay. Unfortunately, both of these are going to hit. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw and a strength saving throw? Okay. Wisdom is a success and strength is a success. So you're able to repel both of these effects as the laser swords strike down. I'm going to go ahead and roll damage. And they are going to follow this up with another flurry of blows. 2 more attacks. Oh, these are not out of damage, so sorry. So it's going to be leftmost, but they will both hit. 14 and 17. Oh, sorry. 1 laser sword would have missed. Okay. I'll mark off that damage. You have an AC of 14, so the 2 unarmored strikes hit. So that's going to be another 2d6 plus 6. You're going to take 6 points of fire damage and then 14 points of bludgeoning, so 20 points of damage in total.
I'm at 1 hit point!
And with that, as they're like striking, just rapid like punches, slashes, it is you, Stensky. What would you like to do in this moment?
Oh gee, man. So glad it finally turned to me after that debilitating round. All right. Definitely going to chug a healing potion.
The bonus action you administer one
like,
of the med packs. Yep.
Absolutely have to at this point. And then roll that potion of healing. Okay, gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, for sure. After that onslaught of absolute tomfoolery.
Very fair.
And does this guy look wise? Like, because I rolled a nat 20 earlier, does he look like he'd be a wise kind of guy?
Seems a little wise. Like, very much
Seems
one of those
a little
people that's
wise.
not like book smart, but very much like this is a experienced, tough soldier. Like, this is somebody who goes by the lessons they've learned in life.
That sounds very wise to me. Like, all right. I guess after casting my mirror image, I'm gonna run the fuck away as far as I can get in the ring, without like trapping myself.
He will
And
take
then-
an opportunity attack to swing the laser sword.
Yeah, I guess go for it.
Okay. This is a nat 20, but you have mirror image. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to roll a d20 and get a 6 or higher, please. Okay.
All right.
So you see like the finishing blow, and like Dr. Saskia leaps up to save your life, and you just hear her say the Hippocratic Oath, and then just like take the stab with the laser sword, and you run off. So you're gonna have 2 mirror images. I'm gonna update that here.
Oh man, this Eldritch Blast better fucking carry. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh wait, I already cast Mirror Image. I can't do Eldritch Blast. Fuck my life.
You can use bonus action if there's anything with that.
What should I do? I'll cast Sanctuary on myself. I'll upgrade my health subscription plan on the fly.
Good call.
And that's my turn.
Kind of smiles. Not too bad. You're keeping this tango going a little longer. Let's see. And starts to like do like the twirling back and forth of this laser sword into like two just like spiral arcs, and we'll just rush up and start stabbing. But we'll need a wisdom save for each time they attack. So first time they're gonna make a wisdom save is a 12, which fails. So that's one attack wasted. We're gonna roll again. 14. They will be able to make this attack. 16 to hit. And I'm gonna ask
that hits.
Saskia if you could go ahead and give me a wisdom and strength save, as they're gonna use their combo last bit of energy they have in this.
But I do have mirror image. Does that change anything?
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, go ahead and roll the d20 for mirror image first, because that'll affect if they actually hit you or not. So I think on a 7 or lower they hit you, on an 8 or higher they miss. 8, that's gonna be a miss. And so another one of Saskia's alternate versions takes the hit, and they're gonna have to make another, I think it's for each attack. They can use their last flurry of blows, wisdom save. Success. I think they have to roll twice for each attack, so. Okay, 2 successes, they're gonna make 2 attacks. 12 misses you, 19. Go ahead and roll d20 for mirror image. You need, I think, a 11 or higher?
Yeah, no. Damn it. I held out, guys.
So, like, as they're just carving through your versions, they're finally going to see something in the movement of the nanites. And it's not with their sword, but with their fist. They go ahead, make contact. I'm going to need wisdom and strength save. Wisdom save, we'll use the 14, but that's a success. Strength save. Fuck. Nat 20. You are going to succeed. Doing a good job. I didn't get to do my fancy combo, so that's gonna burn out their giant strike, their slowing strike, and their flurry. Okay, that's 3 things done with. But they will still get the melee damage. So I'm gonna roll this. This is 1d6 plus 3.
Oh, I'm screwed.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm still up, but I am on the fucking ropes. Like, I'm like gasping and panting through this.
And with that, it's your turn. As there's a fucking laser sword just swinging all sorts of directions in front of you.
Oh my god, yeah, I knew this was gonna suck. I didn't know it was gonna suck this bad. Like, she is, like, crawling the fuck away from this guy. Damn. Alright, I think it's time for me to start fucking attacking. I'm gonna do... chug another health potion. Just wasting them all on this guy. Holy shit. You know what, though? I have another potion that I picked up back when we were in Squenchies. I can't spend both of them, though. You know what? I'll just, I'll do another potion of healing.
Okay. Okay. 6 hit points back. What do you want to do with your action?
And, I'll try to start blasting. First one is at advantage. Second one, we'll see how it goes.
13 misses. 15 will also miss.
Seriously, a 15 misses. Okay.
You see? This felt like almost like expertly dodging, and that 15 like just slightly like almost curves the energy to the side with the laser blade and looks at you.
Yeah, like, I think at this point, like, Saskia is gonna know when she's beat, like, because if he goes another, I'm at 5. Like, if he goes another round at me, I'm done. So I think she'd just crouch down and, like, tap the ground and be like, please God, is there a ref? Like, do you accept a surrender? Like,
Real quick, I think you did heal 6, so you're at 11 if that changes your choice.
why is my max suddenly 11? I just saw that.
Yeah, I think that might have misclicked. I think your actual health is at 11.
Oh. Okay, I can't stabilize. I'm at 38. I'm at 11 out of... Why does it keep changing it? 38. Okay, if it stays that way. You know, but my friends will... Like, if I just surrender here, I guess my friends will be pissed off at me, so... Yeah, I guess I'll just stick this through to the end. You can just... there's no point, because he's just gonna fucking rock my shit. Like, I have nothing. He went first.
What's it gonna be, Saskia?
I mean, okay, if I surrender, is it different than if we straight up lose? Or, like, is the outcome the same either way?
Same either way.
Okay. Like, do we not advance to the final round?
I mean, here's the thing. As of right now, Saskia, if you surrender, you're out. Fallon is out. Val might be out, and we don't know where Marin's at in the tournament. So, up to you. If you want to gamble on the slimmest of chances, or if you think there's no way out of here.
You know what? I think Saskia needs the fucking money so bad that she'll consider surrendering, but then she'll just be like, bring it the fuck on. Let's go.
Okay. And so you kind of say that looking back up with your nanite, like the energy from the nanites hovering across your palm, and the golden carp blade will kind of smile and be like, "We got some steel in you. Not too bad." And we'll go ahead and swing twice. Both of those are going to hit. And that's going to be 15 points of fire damage.
One of them,
I
still have one mirror image left.
Mirror image, yep. Let's see. 18? So you mark off the 6, so it's just going to be 9 points of damage. And he's going to turn and try and throw no flurry of blows. It's just one bonus action unarmed strike. Which will, I think, unfortunately hit. 23. And so that's going to be 9 fire, 8 bludgeoning coming your way.
Yeah, that's it for me, folks.
As you take the fist to the abdomen, double over, and everything starts to go black as you are knocked out.
You know what, though? Saskia lasted the longest in this tournament. I will put that out there.
Yeah, well, you guys made it pretty far.
Against all odds, Saskia, like, the stupid, like, willowy, like, caster somehow lasted to, like, the second to last round. I will put that out there.
So we'll switch over to, like, a few minutes later. Val, it is you next to Fallon and Saskia in the med tent they have set up to the side. Does not look nearly as nice or clean as you would like in a med tent, but hey, this is Port Nomad. You kind of do what you got to do. They've got a few maybe narcotics on the side that they're working through, keeping the pain down for the both of you. And you see that you guys have made it to the, I believe that was the, where is it? Quarterfinals for the gauntlet. So pretty far up there. And yeah, because we semi and then finals is next. So pretty far up there, as you're able to sit back and kind of think through how the fights went. And is there anything you guys want to do here while you're waiting or watching the rest of the tournament? Anything you want to keep in mind? Anything you want to try and do, or just anything you reflect on kind of having dealt with these other mercenaries?
I think Saskia, her first priority is immediately taking the short sword, scuttling over to Val's cot, and like putting it at her bedside. and I don't know if Belle's asleep or if she's listening, but
Should be conscious. Should be up.
you would mutter, like, listen, Belle, I'm so sorry. I didn't know the barbarian stats, and if I had, I wouldn't have deprived you of one of your weapons. That's messed up. I was caught up in my own weakness, and that made me want to push for a switch. But if we had just kept it as it was, you know, you could have made it further in the tournament, and that's fucked up. So I kind of fucked you over, and I wanted to apologize. And this is yours. You can have it back.
Val takes the like short blade black and gives you a nod, but then like also kind of just smiles, like very slightly smiles at you. He's like, I don't care about if it was a bad matchup or we didn't have any way of knowing that, right? You know, it's fine. I'd rather what we were thinking about initially is they hit pretty hard. You probably couldn't take those. So I just couldn't take them either. That's all it was to me.
Saskia nods, and she would go like, but the fact that you would think to give this dagger short sword to me at all means a lot. I really appreciate you looking out for me. So thank you.
Val just kind of like gives another nod and goes, yeah, you know, we're a team. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other in that way. And like almost says something else but doesn't, and just kind of like smiles. He goes, do okay? The last fight was kind of rough, yeah? Feeling all right?
I lasted a lot longer than I thought I would. I'll say that. You know, sometimes in life you don't just have to be strong, but you have to feel strong, you know? And I think that round in the ring really gave it to me. I could have surrendered, but I didn't. I took it on the chin till the bitter end. And I didn't think I had that in me, honestly. So, honestly, in a way, you kind of gave me the opportunity to do that. So thank you.
Yeah. You never know how many hits you can take until you get knocked on the ground, you know? So.
Yeah, and you held out against that barbarian for, you know, a stellar long amount of time. Like, if I was against someone who's like screaming and breaking boulders across their face, I would probably tap out immediately. So the fact that you were able to stand up to someone like that says a lot. Respect.
I think part of it might be more stupidity than bravery. But I mean, judging by how when I hit him, how he didn't really care, I think that your stuff might have actually been pretty rough on him.
That's why I'm so sorry. It's because I begged for a switch, and then the switch was such a stupid move. But anyways, but even though it wasn't the ideal matchup, you still held out. That's stellar. And, you know, I really respect that, honestly. Like, I wish I could be like that sometimes.
Val just kind of like nods and I mean, I think that there's holding out and staying in something like that, but I also think that sometimes you do gotta learn when to back up out of it. I'm not so good on that part. So, well, yeah, I'm proud of you for sticking in it. Don't forget that sometimes it is a good idea to step back, though.
Kind of. Saskia wouldn't say this out loud, but I think it's kind of interesting that they're at such obvious extremes. Like, she backs out, Val engages. Saskia would personally, she wouldn't say this out loud, she would personally think to herself, like, maybe we have things that we need to learn from each other. But outwardly, Saskia would nod and agree and be like, yeah, I guess you're completely right. I think the wisest thing to do sometimes is realize maybe you don't know everything.
You did.
And
I'm surprised at how long you lasted, though. You kicked ass in there, man. Did you do any damage to him at all?
Did I? I don't think I.
No,
I wasn't really paying
unfortunately-
attention.
I did some. I think I did like 2 points.
I think then both Fallon and Saskia, you guys had to spend most of your turns just trying to survive. Well, sorry, Fallon. Saskia tried surviving, and Fallon, you got instant knocked out. So both the Golden Carp Blade and the Natsec Operative took 0 points. They were chilling.
Yeah, they got the jump on us. If I had been more attentive, maybe I would have been able to at least get some of my licks in. But, that's how it goes. But still, I'm proud to stand up for myself and for the team. And we're still in it. We're still going to round 3. So, what was that round 3? Do you remember what it was going to be?
It's
I
the
will say,
team fight.
At this point, Captain Zarya is coming over to you guys.
Oh,
A
shit.
team fight. Well, at least we're on a team now.
She kind of steps into the tent and looks at all of you. It's quite the team you all are. Not meant to be patronizing. You did quite well. Considering you secured first place in the dust run, your team is still quite up there. This does unfortunately mean we're going to need to look to be either the last or the second to last to make it out of our next challenge, depending on how the results of the gauntlet go. I don't know how much information you have, but the last challenge is known as the most dangerous. It is simply termed survival. Survival of the fittest. The way it's operated in previous years, how I think it will be going this time around based off some details, is you will face multiple rounds of dangers. It will be you, most likely, in the top 3 to 4 teams. So you can expect the ones that we've discussed before to be there, including the ones that fought you this time. And she's gonna look over.
Girl.
Yeah. The
2
profile.
shots of vodka?
That's
Sorry.
exactly that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Oh, did you
Okay.
hear that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just pouring myself some more OJ, but
Oh, you're good. You're good.
sorry, y'all.
What was I saying? Oh yes, the other. So it'll be top 4 or 5 teams in the survival of the fittest. It's multiple rounds, and she goes. I spoke to some connections, made some deals here and there, paid off who I could. I don't have a whole lot of specifics, but I've got the following. My understanding is rounds 1 and 3 are going to involve constructs. Machines, droids, makes sense. Boss Nova's been running this thing, and that's usually been the most efficient sort of opponents to set up. I heard something odd about round 2, though. They've been working on retrofitting the arena to shift and change. I heard for some reason they've been working on some of the piping and aqueducts, something to do with bringing in water.
Oh, Christ.
That's what I know. The thing is, the points for this round, survival of the fittest, are determined by who lasts the longest.
You said aqueducts, like being underwater?
The arena, from what I can tell, I already know which arena it's going to be. It's not underground. Sorry, it's not underwater. It's not subterranean either. But if they're talking about piping, maybe they're bringing in water or some other sort of liquid. I'm not too sure. But it's about staying up. The gauntlet is about who can hit the hardest, who can hit the best. But that is about who's got the smartest brains and the best use of their skills. I know this was a little tough. But from what I've heard and what I've seen, you all excel in the unusual. I'm hoping that this information goes a long way in getting you all to the finish line.
We have blue. We got environmental suits at one point, right?
You got the life suits. Yep.
Yeah. Those are
You
like
guys have
easily
you have 4 life
damageable.
suits.
Are those like
Uh,
easily damageable or?
They can be damaged.
Yeah.
I believe they are technically. While wearing it, you can breathe underwater in the vacuum of space for up to 24 hours. You can wear it underneath armor. So it could be
We
a
should
scenario
do that.
Yeah, where you're
Yeah.
prepped and try and bring that. It could get damaged, but depends. But yeah, seems like Captain Zari was able to finesse some extra information for you all. Is there anything else you talk to her about, or do you kind of reflect on as a team, thinking about the next challenge?
Do you have any special connections to up our gear a little bit?
What are you looking for?
I think I'd like to. Whatever in this universe would be getting higher tier armor that doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth for Val.
Yeah, I can recommend a few shops for you to check out, but there's plenty of equipment here in Nomad.
All right. Yeah, so Val will be looking at that and then probably 2 +1 daggers, depending on how much they cost. Or
Yep.
2 +1 short swords.
Oh yeah. So, you are thinking about how to up your game after having dealt with some of these rivals in the Blood and Steel Festival, and you know it's not going to be easy securing the win. And as you think through, I'll ask, do you guys check out anything else? Because you're talking to Captain Zarya, but do you pay attention to the stage, to Boss Nova? Like, are you doing any other checks while you, like, wait for the tournament to finish up?
Yeah, could I turn Unit 13 into a fish instead of a cat? Because it's
You can
Whatever
preemptively
you
do that. Yeah. So
Okay.
it would probably be Saskia going back, having to update some of the software and blueprints so that Unit 13 like automatically starts to reform. I think which pact? Do you have Unit 13 from a pact or just from the normal spell?
mine is Pact of the Tome, so it's just the normal spell.
Okay, so I think I'll just double check if you need to pay credits or something to upgrade, or not to upgrade, but to switch forms. You might need to, but I think it's like something like 25 credits or 10 credits. I don't know. I'll double check, but it shouldn't be too much.
Doable.
Yeah. And again, you will have a full day of downtime tomorrow. to prepare, and then you'll have the final challenge. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to call out?
And then who eventually won the tournament is what else I wanted to know.
That piece I'm gonna save for next session when we have Merritt here to see how she goes through the tournament.
Oh, okay.
Just in case. And yeah, I also set aside, I think it took 3 rounds, Val, for you. So we're going to see if Merritt finishes the fight in time or can influence your fight.
Gotcha.
Can I keep an eye on, just like keeping an eye on the freaky lady?
Yeah. If you want
to just kind of see.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I just want to see, like, if there's anybody she's paying extra attention to, or if she truly is just, like, super neutral about everything. And then I just want to, like, keep in mind for next session that, like, I want to keep watching her while Merritt fights, while we kind of go through those, and especially once the winner is announced, I want to see what she does.
Go ahead and give me what check you're looking for here. Perception. You don't even have to wait for next session. As you look up, Fallon, you've been trying to keep an eye on her. And in this moment, as Merritt stands not too far away from all of you, having participated in the fights, right? We'll see how far Merritt gets, but she participates. Actually, I'm not even going to guarantee that. We'll say regardless of whether Merritt participates or not. In this moment, though, as she's standing not too far away from you all, right? You see the look of this woman who, again, cold. She's been purveying and looking around, but just hasn't had any reactions. But as she looks over to the medical tent, right? It's a few folks kind of not too far away from you. Captain Zarya is here, right? And it's almost like her attention is initially on Captain Zarya, just same stone cold, and just like a quick scan that stops. And you swear you see one of her eyes, it's like blue turquoise eyes, one of them flickers and turns a deep, dim red. And when you follow her eyesight, her line of sight is looking directly at Merritt. And that's where we'll end the session.